Hey everybody, it is Radleigh here with the Angelic Weather Report for November 17th through the 23rd. Now, I do have to say that it feels like November is flying right along. I personally am going to be decorating for Christmas this week because I have to get ready for all the things that I have to do in December. And since I work ahead, that means decorating ahead. Gee, I'm so sad about that. Actually, I love it and I can't wait. So we're doing the angelic weather report for November 17th through the 23rd. But before we get to that, I kind of wanted to chat with you. That's something that really popped into my head yesterday, and now I can't stop thinking about it. And that is the nature of truth. I've been talking lately in some of my in my membership group and in other places where I've been teaching about what I am seeing in myself as being my newest addiction. And my newest addiction is an addiction to introspection. I'm really, really, really fascinated at this particular point in my life, especially after all the changes that I've gone through in 2024, has been this whole idea of understanding my own motivations, understanding what colors my behavior, understanding what creates whatever aspect of myself is making a decision at any particular moment, why I might regret something, why I might be focused on something, why I might be worried about something. I want the answers. I just want the introspection. I want to understand myself. And part of that is because I think that in understanding myself, that provides empowerment. That's where you get total control. That's where you have control over your actions and your choices. With that comes responsibility, because there's a famous person that I follow that says, "With great success comes great responsibility." And so, if we have great success, and in understanding our own motivations and our own actions and why we make choices, then we become empowered. But we also have to live with our choices. And so I don't mind that overly much. I don't mind having to be responsible to myself for my own actions. I think I get real um, unhappy when I am responsible for the actions of somebody else that cause me aggravation, difficulty, or challenge. Um, but yesterday I was like driving along. I was going to an antique store, looking for vintage Christmas ornaments, and this song was playing. It was a very, very just a very introspective kind of song. It was a melody. I was playing a metaphysical music album in my car. And I just started thinking about the nature of truth. And so there's the truth that we all see, the truth that we are experiencing for ourselves right now. Then there's also the truth that is other people's truth. And I think that's part of the challenge that we are having in the world, and particularly in the United States, where there is an inability to see multiple truths. There is the truth of Radleigh, and there is the truth of Susie Q. There is the truth of Joe and the truth of Janet. And Joe and Janet and Rad and Susie Q, whoever Susie Q is, it's like may see the world so specifically and so completely through our own personal lenses, the way we have experienced life, the way we have experienced this incarnation. These things color us, and they become the nature of what we call truth. But someone else has a different life, and they have different experiences, and they have different training and different indoctrination of different ideas, and those things become their truth. And so I was driving along and I was thinking, well, it's like there's my truth, but then there's other people's truths. But then is there some sort of cosmic truth? Is there a divine truth? Is there a truth that oversees all other truths? And is that truth? I mean, that can get complicated because it's like the overarching truth could be that all truths are true. That's hard for us. We are very binary in our thinking, right, wrong, black, white. It's like, so we're just sort of programmed that way from birth. And it's like, so it can be hard for us to conceive that this could be true and that could be true, that both things could be true. But I find myself these days without realizing it. I'm not aware that I'm doing it, is that I think I'm looking for the cosmic truth. I'm looking for the divine truth. I'm looking for the, okay, this feels like truth to me, but is it the truth? Am I deluding myself? Now, see, this is part of the addiction to introspection. It's like, am I deluding myself? Am I making this stuff up? And I don't mean my intuitive stuff. I don't worry about that. But am I making it up in my head that this is the way things really are and anything else other than that is wrong? Is my personal projection of my internal truth, is that the real truth? Or it's like I was talking to one of my brothers the other day, and I love how they know me. And Schaefer was saying, "Oh my gosh, it's like you're just always on to the next thing, Radleigh. You're just always on to the next thing. What's the next thing? What's the next thing?" And I was like, "Okay, that's fair." I hadn't necessarily thought about it that way, and yet that's a very Sagittarian way of living, and I'm quintuple Sagittarius. That's very much a seeker way. I suppose it's possible I'm sort of a type A personality, maybe. I'm ENFP on the Enneagram. I'm sorry, on the whatever that is. I can't remember it. On an Enneagram, I'm an 8, a 7 with an 8 wing, 7 with an 8 wing. And so it's like, so that makes sense that I'm like always on to the next thing. And I get that I can be impatient, but it's like, is all of that just because my introspection is feeding this desire to know what the truth is, that I can get a piece of information like that from Schaefer and I can go, oh my God, it's like, that's right. I am always on to the next thing. How is that coloring the way I see the world right now? How is that coloring my impatience or my desire to finish my house, which is going to take years, but I want it done now. And it's going to take years. Cancel, clear, delete. I just want to say that. but but it's like this whole energy for me of what is the truth? What is my truth? And what is the divine truth? What do you think about that? Okay, so let's get to the Angelic Weather Report, November 17th through the 23rd. I'm going to go ahead and pull up what we are looking at if you are watching this on my YouTube account. So here we have it. We are working with angel affirmation cards that are shining all nice with their gold lettering today. And we are going to be using 5 cards: career, prosperity, relationships, health, and spirituality. Now, if you've been watching this, you know how angel affirmation cards work. But if you're new to us, welcome, welcome. Are listening on the podcast. I am pulling cards from my newest deck, angel affirmation cards that came out on October 22nd. So it's fresh off the shelves. And each one of these cards has 2 affirmations. Affirmations are ways for you to get your head together, to fix your thoughts about a particular topic. It's like a mini mantra. And each one of my cards has 2 affirmations on it. And the back of them has a message from the angel or type of angels that provided us that message. So our first card is for career. It's for career. And the 2 affirmations are, I am a fountain for infinite creativity. I am a fountain for infinite creativity. My imagination knows no limits. I mean, that's a great message for career coming to us from Archangel Gabriel. And she says, when you need to breathe energy into your goals and dreams, call upon me, the Archangel of creativity and motivation. Now, the next card is for prosperity. Now, this is not necessarily the same thing as our career. And this message says, I believe in my own magic. I believe in my own magic. I lovingly speak positive words into reality. I lovingly speak positive words into reality. This is a message from the manifesting angels. That's perfect for abundance and prosperity. And what they have to say is know that words have great manifesting power. When you call upon us, be specific about the help you need or ask for our help choosing the words. I always like to say, be specific, be specific when you're working with angels. Next up, we have a card for relationships, And so this card says, I release with gratitude and forgiveness. I release the past. Sorry, I said that wrong before. I release the past with gratitude and forgiveness. I joyfully create the future of my dreams. I joyfully create the future of my dreams. And this is from Archangel Jeremiah. His name means the mercy of God. And this message says, call upon me for forgiveness so you can move forward and make choices uninhibited by the past. I think that's great advice in dealing with our relationships. Next up, we have a card for health. Now, I have this sense that maybe this card has come up in the past few weeks for us, also on health. And this is a message from Archangel Raguel. And the message said the two affirmations are helpful people surround me everywhere I go. Helpful people surround me everywhere I go. The other one is I attract friends who love and support me. I attract friends who love and support me. Now, the message from Archangel Raguel says, as the friend of God, that's what his name means, the friend of God, I can bring compassionate, uplifting people into your life who support you professionally and personally. And so think about this as Raguel basically saying, hey, I know you are on some sort of quest or some sort of challenge with your health. Let me bring the right people in, AKA the right doctors, people who might know of different kinds of treatments for whatever it is that is challenging you or causing you concern. But bringing in the right people is something that Raguel does. Finally, for spirituality, we have a card that's from Archangel Uriel. And the two affirmations are, I can be whoever I wish to be. I can be whoever I wish to be. I invite blessings of transformation into my life. I invite blessings of transformation into my life. And the message from Archangel Uriel says, I can guide you to find blessings through adversity that turn disappointments into victory and transform your life. So you can use any of these 5 cards however you see fit, or you can just use one of them, any one of the mantras as you see fit, or just use one of them. It's totally up to you. So now I'm going to take these cards and I am going to move them back into the full deck, okay? Because what we're going to do now is we are going to switch to your personal question of the week. If you were sitting across from me and you were like, hey, Rad, I need some help with blank, this is me giving you that information. So I want you to think about, where are you challenged right now? Where do you feel like you need some help in your life? Okay. So you think about that, and I'm going to shuffle, and I put those cards back in so that they can come back out, because they so often do. And I'm a very thorough shuffler, let me assure you. 2 and 1. All right. So do you feel called to card number 1 as the answer to your question? Card number 2 as the answer to your question? Haha, I told you, here's one of those cards that has come back. Card number 3 as the answer to your question, or card number 4. If you chose card number 1, then you got a message from your guardian angels. And that message says, there is no limit to how my guardian angels can assist me. I can ask for angelic help with anything I need. And the guardian angel message on the back says, we are omnipresent. So we can be anywhere and everywhere all at once. Do not hesitate to ask for our help with any task, big or small. If you felt drawn to card number 2, then you've picked a message from Archangel Azrael that says, my past pain does not define me. I move forward with grace and peace. I just think this is such a powerful message. I love this card so much. Let me say it again. My past pain does not define me. I move forward with grace and peace. And Azrael says, call upon me for support in rising from the ashes of your past to be stronger than ever before. If you were drawn to card number 3, you're drawn to the card that we already pulled for Uriel. I can be whoever I wish to be. I invite blessings of transformation into my life. And once again, what he has to say is, I can guide you to find blessings through adversity that turn disappointments into victory and transform your life. And finally, if you asked about card number 4, you got a message from the big blue guy, Archangel Michael, and it says, I am surrounded by angels of protection. I am surrounded by angels of protection. I am perfectly safe in all ways. Perfectly safe in all ways. And this message says, I am the archangel of safety and protection. Let me bring you comfort whenever you feel unsafe, physically, professionally, or emotionally. Okay, guys, so that is our angelic weather report for November 17th through the 23rd. Go check out my website, radleighvalentine.com, to find out all the fabulous stuff that is going on over there. In the meantime, many of you who live in the United States are getting ready for the big TG, Thanksgiving, and maybe some of you are like me, getting ready to start to decorate for Christmas, because I know so many people like to have those decorations up when guests come over on Thanksgiving. Other people definitely do not want that. For me, it's a professional thing. I got to start recording for December. So you guys take care, and I hope you have a magical week.